everybody, I'm Jammer, and welcome back to the island paradise of Animal H here in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It has been a while since I gave you a little update tour. I feel it's been way too long. We've been working on some couple of projects, of course, as always, over stream and stuff, and I really want to show you off some of the progress we've been making. Do I have anything interesting in the mail? Nope, just a present from Dottie. Wait, what is this? No. Why did Dottie send me this? Also, when is this an item? Why is it tied in front of the, like, my mouth? Like, actually, why is this an item? Actually, why is this an It's literally tied across my mouth. Like, it's so ridiculous, but you know what? I guess this is what we're gonna be wearing for the rest of the episode. I can't remember if I showed this off a little bit, but we did do a little bit of work on my backyard. To the suggestions of some of you guys, we put, like, actually the fireplace did go back. We put the fireplace on this side and actually put a TV, so you can actually lay and sunbathe and also watch TV out here on the deck. I also put, like, a little fence here to kind of separate the deck area from this little nook. And basically, it's a I don't know, just an outdoor lounge area. We got 2 lounge chairs we can, like, lay off and look out to the sea. In addition to, of course, a bunch of couch and seating areas, so when I have a bunch of people over my island, we can all hang out together and, like, sit in this little couch area. Also, is this lamp on? It is. Good. Okay. I'm really proud of this corner. I love it so much. I feel like I do need to put something in this empty spot. I don't know. Maybe I just need to put down, like, the little clovers or something just to, like, fill in the gaps. But beyond that, I'm pretty happy with how my yard has turned out. There's a couple of things I still want to do. Like, I still want to fill in these gaps a little bit. The deck's still a little bit empty. There's still a little bit more room for here. Also, this, like, pathway right here is, like, super empty with nothing. There's just, like, a random cricket for now. But that's not really the project I really need to show you off today. But before we go over to it, I actually want to quickly... I think I've showed this off already. Oh my gosh, Lolly's so adorable with her little picnic basket. I feel like I never talked to her enough. How you doing, Lolly? Long time no see. Uh-oh, it has been a little too long since we talked. But anyways, I did a little bit of work on the shop fronts here. Putting these, like, little, I can't remember if I showed these off already, but, like, the simple panel stuff and using, like, the sneak through, as in it's like you're, like, entering into the shop area. I'm still figuring out what I want to do on the inside of these areas just yet. I was thinking, like, maybe, like, Zen Garden for this one. I was going to originally do the campsite on the left, but everyone vetoed that when we talked about it on stream. So I haven't decided yet what's going to go in either of these 2 spots yet. For now, they're nice blank areas for the next project I do want to work on. Anyway, so the project we've been working on is actually on the eastern side of the island. I think the best way to actually go about touring it is to come from the southern tip and go north. That's how I kind of designed it to be entered from. So we'll go that direction and check it out from there. Actually, I guess before we get over there, there's one minor thing we did change. We did a little bit of work, just a little bit of changes to, like, the shop fronts of both Abel's as well as Nook. I just put this country fencing in the front to have, like, a little bit of grass and garden in front of it, as well as we lined the sides with the iron fencing. It does make it a little bit claustrophobic because it's, like, you know, a single tile pathway around this way. But I don't know, I think it actually adds a lot. Rather than being just big blanked out, you know, terracotta tile way all the way across. And as you can see, the same is done here on this side, but instead we used the simple fencing, because I thought it looked a little bit better with the Able Sisters shop. You know what, I hate to admit this, but Rocket wearing that sweater is actually pretty adorable. I mean, come on. Like, that's so freaking cute. Usually, I would never say this about Rocket, but that is seriously one of the cutest ones. Let me get a picture. That might be single-handedly the best photo I've ever gotten from Rocket. And speaking of Rocket, I want to give her a gift here. I'm trying to unlock the final sisterly emote. So I have a couple of fossils here wrapped up, so I can hopefully get our friendship up so we can get that final emote. So anyways, if we go left of my town square, don't mind the stage, that still needs some work. I'm gonna work on that project another day. But the first thing we did is I did a little bit of work on the bike rental spot. There's still some more I want to do with it, but I got the bikes all set up. I got a little cash register using the typewriter and such that you can rent out one of the bikes. I'm not sure what I want to add to this spot. I feel like it's missing something. But essentially this is gonna be like a little bike rental that you can, like, fake rent a bike and go bike around the island and stuff. Also, I'm getting so distracted, like, left and right. But look at this cutie. I mean, she's staring at a wall. Of course, this panel's in the way. Oh, maybe I can, like... Dottie, literally turn around. That's it. You're just gonna, like, look over and be like, that's just a nice wall. Like, of all things for you to look at, Dottie, there's all these cool bikes over here. There's this new area we're about to show off. And you're literally just staring at the wall. I don't know what else to say. So anyways, moving on. Before we get to the newer area, there's this little like transition section here. I need to get a couple more flowers here. And I thought it'd be cute to put like a mini pond with the gnomes there. I'm still going to play with some ideas to like help fill this spot a little bit. But the bigger project, without further delay, was of course, we worked on a amazing looking farm area. Oh, I guess I haven't got enough mum cushions. But here on the left, we have the rows of crops with a bunch of the moss balls. We got the watermelons. You can actually get in the fenced-in area by going just like through the beach. These are nursery palm trees, by the way, in case you're wondering what these are. It looks so good when you just plant them on dirt because they won't grow, you know, and they'll stay like this forever. It's a really cool plant that you can actually walk over too. So anyways, in addition to our crops here on the left, on the right is, of course, the orchard. And to everyone's voting in the comments, we were going to make an apple orchard, which I think it looks really good because it matches like the red aesthetic of like the mill off the back, which we'll check out in a second. And to accent and such, I kind of like put a bunch of the clovers on the ground, kind of look like the grass is like growing over these rows of these trees here. In addition to that, I accented it with like little buckets and such to make it look like, you know, you stepped up on this little step stool and you're filling your apples into that little the bucket and whatnot. I accented a little bit alongside this fence here, but unfortunately the trees are kind of just covering up. Like you can't even see, there's actually like an apple box right here. I'll have to move this to actually a different spot or something because you can't even see it because the trees are in the way. I'll figure out a better spot for it later. But anyways, if we continue our way up, off here on the left is the workstation area. Here's like a little scale where you can like weigh the apples. I guess, I don't know. And then just a bunch of just random tools and stuff that I thought would be cute to kind of like fill in the area, like with like barrels, the little faucet and such, the birdhouse customized to also be red, just like the mill. And then finally, I wasn't sure what to do with this area because it was kind of awkward since we had that little pond in the back. And I had a bunch of these cacao trees that I was planning on initially putting along this in here, but I didn't really like how much like I liked how all the plants were like lower to the ground. So I thought it would be kind of perfect. What if we just make this a beekeeping area? That's the word. For now, I kind of put these little hay fencing in between them to kind of like get a little layering, you know. The cacao trees in the back, and I just had a couple of extra of these plants, so I just threw them back there. There's a little duck hidden behind all the plants as well. But I thought this area actually came together really cute. I really like the hay bed accent in the corner. I do need to put something along this fence too. I don't want to just put like hay barrels all the way across, but it might honestly just look good to do that as well. What I really love about my farm is each of the areas has its own distinct like function. Like we have like the crops in the crops being grown on the left. We have the orchard here on the right. We have the workstation area where like you'd keep your tools and such. And then here is the beekeeping area. I'm really proud of this area, and I thought it turned out really cool. There's definitely still some work I still want to do on it. I mean, don't mind this weed-covered beach. I need to do something about this at some point. Just ignore this for now. In addition to the lighthouse that's here off on the pier, we made this a long time ago, and I feel like I could do something better and take advantage of the space a little bit better. But for now, it's just going to stay because I just don't have the proper inspiration just yet. So yeah, that's the big project we've been working on. If we actually look at the map here, I can show you also my dream address. There's our dream address there if you want to tour it. And that's basically all that we have filled. If we're looking at the map now, the only spots that are completely blank on my island are the two on the either side of the aisleway, you know, in the two shops. Where the fighting pit is in front of the castle, that kind of just like is just a mess of just whatever. The fighting pit will stay in some form. I'll put it somewhere. I don't know where I'll move it. One thing to mention, I really love how you can see, like look down to the farm from above. Like you can see like just the orchard and like the beekeeping area. But I think it just looks, it's like honestly one of my new favorite areas. Oh, one thing I almost totally forgot to show off. So I did actually a little bit of work on the museum district. I cleaned up the area a little bit here and kind of just displayed like the bugs on top of like the real live bugs. I think it's fine for now, honestly, until I collect more models / live bugs that I want to keep. In addition to that, I also did the same thing here on the right. I placed all the climbing walls with the panels, as you can see, but I also lined the panels with the hedge fencing. I know I'm obsessed with hedge fencing, but man, does that not look good? Like, that looks so good with the panels, the wood, and the hedges along the top. And I actually completely updated the top area of this. If we go to the upper deck area, it's actually, for one, it's actually a deck now. I changed it to the wood flooring, and I added a bunch of areas to sit and hang out. So there's a bunch of little seating areas. There's a little water fountain in the middle. You can sit here with your friends on the benches. And as you can probably see in the background, where I put all my butterfly models, I scattered them all across this amazing vista area, and I think it adds a ton of life to this vista. I've been always so proud of this terraforming work, but it kind of felt basic after a while just because, you know, looking at it so often. But I feel like this fresh coat of paint, just like a bunch of different like models and such, kind of like add variety to the vista that we're looking at. It's a very simple change, but I feel like it adds a lot to the area where you can like look out and imagine like you're trying to view some of the wildlife on display. And don't worry, the turtle, the king of the mountain, will always be there. Anyways, I think that's about all the new project and stuff we've been working on the island in the meantime. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big awesome like, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe for tons more on Animal Crossing New Horizons. As a reminder, we do stream every weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube Live. That's both Saturdays and on Sundays. We have so much fun playing this game, having you guys on my island, playing minigames and such. It's a ton of fun. I highly encourage you to come on by. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram to keep up with everything we do with the channel, as well as join our community Discord. The link to that is in the description below. It's a great place to find friends to play Animal Crossing with, as well as get inspiration for for projects on your island too. So anyways, thanks guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!